Hey friends, so good to see you as always. Boy, it's hot outside. It is July in Kansas. I suppose I should expect that. And what do I think of when I think of the month of July? Ice cream. Homemade ice cream. If you didn't know, July is National Ice Cream Month. My hometown has a huge special celebration on the 4th of July where people get together as part of a Lions Club group and they make homemade ice cream and homemade cakes, and they do that as a fundraiser for different things they do throughout the year, but mostly for a big fireworks show. And I hope that you all had a great 4th of July, or will have a great 4th of July celebration, because sometimes it's not always on the day that we get to celebrate. But anyway, I just thought I wanted to make some homemade ice cream. And you've seen me do that a couple of different ways. And today I'm bringing you yet another kind. This is part of a product review for Nutrimill. If you have a Bosch or a Nutrimill Artiste mixer, this video is for you. I'm trying out one of their attachments. They came out with these new ice cream containers. So they're just two. You get two of them in a box, and they're 1 quart each. We will be making a 1 quart recipe today, and I wanted to try these out. And then I thought, you know what? I need to go ahead and try out the ice cream maker too. So we're going to try both of those out, see if we can't make some homemade, old-fashioned, the kind with the rock salt and the ice, right here in the downstairs kitchen. We don't even have to go outside in that darn-do heat. Hey, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Angela. I'm the inquisitive farm wife. And if you haven't met me yet, you don't know just how crazy I get. I try all kinds of new things, and I love to bring you along with me, whether it's a product review, a new recipe, a new technique, or whatever I like to learn. I like to take you along with me. Sometimes we have fails, sometimes we have successes, but we always learn something new, and we always have fun. And those of you who've been here for a while, I'm so glad you're part of the Farm Wife fam. Thanks for being here. Love each and every one of you. Okay, let's get started. Ice cream time. So we need to make sure that our bowl is attached to our machine properly. Did you hear the click? Hopefully you did. And then now let's get out our ice cream canister. So this is just as simple as it gets. It comes everything put together. It's a stainless steel 1.5 quart canister, and inside here there is a place that attaches to the inside of this. It kind of just sits on there nice. It was super easy to put together. So we have ourselves now a 2-piece system just like this. And inside there is also a recipe book, and it's got several different, including my husband's favorite, Rocky Road, and then your easy vanilla ice cream right there on the back. Today we're not going to make that one. I wanted to tell you that they're actually running a special for just a short time here in July. I'll put those dates down below because I don't want to say them wrong or get it wrong what the actual deals and specials are. So if you have a Bosch or a Nutrimill and you're looking for some really neat and fun attachments, this is a really fun one for you, and you can get a package deal that comes with the ice cream maker attachment, the ice cream canisters, and it comes with Junket brand flavored ice cream packets just for beginner-friendly usage, along with the recipe book. Now this is actually just a basic dessert one, so today I'm going to be using some mint chocolate chip ice cream mix, because my son absolutely loves chocolate mint ice cream, and I want to do this for him today because he has been super nice and doing some really much needed projects around the farm today, and so I want to give him a special treat. All we need to do is mix together our ice cream, and it just is so simple when you use these packets. Well, honestly, the ingredients are easy too. So when you buy these pre-made packets, they have all your seasoning and all your sugar and your salt and all the things that you would need right in there. This one calls for 2 cups of milk. I've got 2 cups of whole milk, and then it calls for 2 cups of heavy cream. So if you're buying milk from the store, I would get your whole milk and your heavy whipping cream, and that's what I would personally use. But you know me, I will use just my cow or goat's milk. Now, I will tell you, however, goat's milk is a little harder to solidify and make ice cream with, but there are some tricks out there that you can add, like gelatin or cornstarch or things like that, to kind of thicken a little bit before you make ice cream. So if you have goat's milk or you have an allergy to cow's milk, absolutely, you can still make some ice cream too. So I'm going to start out, just because this container has a little room in it, I'm going to go ahead and add my entire packet of my ice cream mix, which you can see has the sugar and everything in it. And oh, it smells so good and minty. And it'll have, you know, probably some food dye. Now, I don't want to whisk this too much because you don't want to make whipped cream at this point. However, that does give a totally dew and delicious, yummy texture to your ice cream if you do whip it up first. So now that that's incorporated and I feel like the sugars are kind of starting to dissolve, I'll go ahead and add that milk right on in there. Get this right on up to the tippy top here. And again, I'm just going to kind of mix this up a little bit. And I'm going to set this aside just for a second. And then I'm going to move back to my ice cream making station machine here. And I've got some ice. And I'm going to go ahead and put some ice around the outside of my ice cream maker. I would say maybe go halfway up. I wouldn't go more because you want to be able to leave yourself some room in case you need to add more ice later. It's not too terrible hot in my house, so I don't think I'll have to. So I'm going to use all the ice we have. And this is why you do not put your mixture in until after you've got your ice in, just in case. Yep, that's about half to 3/4. I'm going to turn on the water, get it nice and cold. Now while I do that, I'm going to grab some salt. They do suggest rock salt or some sort of ice cream salt. And I happen to have rock salt for ice cream because for years we used to make our ice cream outside every summer in the big, tall, half-gallon size ice cream maker. You guys know what I'm talking about? Is that what you grew up with as a kid? Oh, it was always so hot. We used to take it camping with us. And so I'm just going to pour a generous amount of this salt all the way around the edge here on top of this ice. I have found that that works for me. But make sure you're reading the directions yourself. And I'm going to get about a cup of water. I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to pour this around on top of that salt. And honestly, I think about a half a cup would probably be good. We have our ice, our water, our salt, and here's the insert. We're getting ready to fill it. So I'm going to give this one more whisk. Make sure anything that had settled to the bottom gets stirred right back up in there. Now, one little tip. Some people might tell you that it's a good idea to go ahead and mix this up and then put it in the refrigerator for maybe an hour or so first. And that, I think, would work really well. I've done that many times before. But like I said, today was just kind of a spur of the moment, last minute deal. And I just want to give this a try and see if we can really get this done in 20 minutes time. Now I can see that my bowl is chilled. I'm going to go ahead and pour in my ice cream. And that's another reason why I wanted to use, oops, I spilled a little. I wanted to use this particular measuring bowl, scoop, cup, because it works really, really good to pour. And all those mini chocolate chips, we'll try to kind of disperse them evenly. And I don't want to miss any of this goodness, so I'm going to get myself a spatula, and I'm going to scrape every little bit of this out of there. You know you want to see a before. So here it is. You can see we're about half, maybe 3/4 all the way up the side. You can pull this apart for cleaning, super easy. I believe it's probably dishwasher safe, but it's so quick and easy to clean. I wouldn't do it. I don't put any of my attachments or any of these things in the dishwasher, even if they are dishwasher safe. So we grab our lid. We're going to stick this on. And you know those little knobs that you use to secure your lid for when you're making bread or whatever you're doing? So the same thing. I'll lock it in place. Now it's not going to go anywhere. There's a little hole here. If we wanted to add nuts and things like that, we certainly could. But it also gives you a peekaboo hole. So I'm going to call it the peekaboo hole so I can see how my ice cream is doing. Depending on what kind of ice cream you want, you'll turn this to either a 2 or a 3. So I'm going to start at 1, and then I'm going to do 2. And now I'm going to set a timer, and we'll come back in about 20 minutes and see what this looks like. Randomly come and check on it and see and make sure that your ice hasn't completely melted, and if it's getting too thick, keep an eye on it, but 20 minutes. Okay, not sure if the microphone will actually pick this up with all this noise, but my ice is about melted, and I was really nervous. But I found we had some more ice, and so we're about halfway through our time, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some more ice to this. And I will tell you that with this guard on here, this is going to make it a lot better. And maybe would have been a smarter decision from the very beginning to add your ice this way. But we learn as we do these things. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up. See right here about where my coldness level is. So not all the ice cream is really getting cold enough. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill that on up all the way around. Don't need to add water because it already has water. But I do think I'll add a little bit more salt. The salt really chills it. Be careful and don't put it in the ice cream. So I realized once we were into this that I show you the line where it got cold, and now we're up here. I really needed to put more ice in here from the beginning, so I did go ahead and add about 5 minutes to our stirring time. But guys, check this out. We have a nice soft serve ice cream, and that's what these are going to be perfect for, is if you want a more scoopable, like if you want to make ice cream cones or ice cream sandwiches or something like that, this is perfect for this. We're going to go ahead and fill up this canister, and we're going to put it in the freezer for a little bit and let it kind of harden up and make it a little more servable in that way. Otherwise, just put it in a bowl or give me a spoon. Lift this right on out of here. I'm going to go ahead and take a towel and wipe it off just so that I can get a good grip. And I'm going to pour this. Oh my, how luscious and creamy and delicious is this? I'm going to fill it, I don't know, 3/4 the way full. And then we'll get our second one out, start filling it up. Oh goodness. So I have a feeling my son is going to want to stake claim to one of these just for himself. Did I tell you chocolate mint is his favorite? So those of you who already maybe have this attachment, tell me down below. First of all, I want to hear what's your favorite way to use it. Are there some tips that you found that I didn't share, or maybe I need to know? I want you to teach me all the things. Oh, I'm making a mess. We know we're in the kitchen when we're making messes like this. And those of you who don't have it but don't have any you don't want to buy one right now, whether or not you don't have maybe you don't have this particular kind of mixer. Maybe you just already have a different kind of ice cream maker and you really don't have a need to purchase another ice cream maker. That's okay too. First, let's do a little taste test because the spoon's in my hand. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these lids on. Let me tell you a little bit about this. Can you hear this? ASMR. So these are a hard plastic. Okay, they are a BPA-free plastic on the bottom. And then these are made with food-grade silicone, which is really nice. Because how many times do you put stuff like in, if this whole thing was silicone, it could collapse on itself. I wouldn't be able to stack it in my freezer on top of other things, or vice versa. If the other thing put this underneath something, the weight of it would collapse. So I like the fact that it's the hard plastic, but the silicone lids peel off so easy. You might be wondering whether or not you can get this stuff separately. Absolutely. Buy this, this, or this all separately. And if you do decide to purchase this, I want to let you know there is a link down below that you can actually use the sale price. In addition to my special code, you can get an additional discount on your products, and you order right away. You can get all the stuff in time to celebrate National Ice Cream Day with me on July 20th. I'd love to know what kind of ice cream you're making next. Let me know in the comments below. So I'm going to put this in the freezer so we can serve this as like a sundae later with maybe some chocolate syrup. And then cleanup is just a breeze. We unlock, and I can just dump this in the sink. I can take it, and you know, salt will actually kill plants. So you could put it on your sidewalk where you don't want any sort of plants growing up, or, you know, anywhere that salt water would be beneficial, go ahead and throw it on there. Guys, I had so much fun with you today. So glad that you were here. I can't wait until our next video where I see you again. Bye for now, friends.